So in today's video, I want to talk about the Apple Dongle and why it sounds bad. The texture, the imaging, the soundstage, the resolution, the detail, the dynamics, the timbre are all just severely lacking on this. The capacitors inside are clearly too small to give maximum dynamics. The DAC is not big enough. I mean, where even is the output stage in this? It's clearly not good enough. I mean, how is something this small even supposed to sound good? It's just a joke, really. People will be like, oh my god, measurements, measurements, bro. But at the end of the day, to my ears, this just does not sound good. But when I compare it to my Topping DX3 Pro Plus, the soundstage on this is way higher, including the detail, texture, timbre, resolution, dynamic range, imaging. I don't know, like, this sounds miles better than the Apple Dongle. The Apple Dongle is just not good enough for a real audiophile. I mean, it is too small to possibly sound good. There's not enough space for big enough capacitors, like I said. I mean, look at this thing. We just have a small connector, and then supposedly there's a DAC and amp inside here, then a headphone jack. This thing is a complete joke. Look at how much more space is in this thing to have better components. There's no way an Apple Dongle could possibly sound as good as this thing. It's really ridiculous how people even can think that the Apple Dongle is transparent. It's not. The Topping DX3 Pro Plus sounds way better. I'm so sick of how bad the texture, timbre, resolution, detail, imaging, dynamic range, and impact are with the Apple Dongle. It's really not up to par. God, man. If you think this is transparent, you need help because your listening ability is too low. Or I don't even know, how could you possibly think this sounds good? You must be deaf. Your headphones must not be good enough. This thing is a joke, seriously. How? It's so flimsy. Are you really telling me that this tiny wire is supposed to have the fidelity of this product? There is no way that is possible. There is really just no way. I mean, there's really no way. This thing is miles better than what the Apple Dongle could possibly be. It has so much more detail, resolution, texture, timbre, dynamic range. For example, I was playing the song All Eyes on Me by Jisoo, and her voice sounded so much more realistic on this. The components give so much more realism to the sound than what the Apple Dongle can provide. The components in this are not fitting for an artist as great as Jisoo. How much does this cost? This is $10 to buy. This is $200 with much more expensive components. It just sounds better. It has to. It does sound better. From the Patreon, I'd like to give a shout out to Yuli, Felix, Mild Bill, Christopher Yu, the RFL Reaper, Tripped, Moonalos, Gabby D, Fofo. From the YouTube membership, I'd like to give a shout out to Zeroskin, Castelo4141, Ninja Coma 3, Vsauce4, Wadeaker, and Snivery. Also from the Discord server, I'd like to give a shout out to Tripped once again and Base Gamer. And be sure to join the Topping House Sound Discord server where we talk about real DACs and amps that sound good and other qualities of sound with good headphones like the HiFiMan Sysvara and Abyss 1266. Yeah, real headphones. We don't use garbage IEMs like the Moondrop Variations here. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.